2025 is coming to a wrap. And every year, I like to make a list. I work on this list throughout the year where I rank every single movie I've watched for the year. Not specifically 2025 releases, just anything that I've watched. And today I'm going to go through that list. The ranking is, obviously with any kind of ranking list, as you can imagine, movies change spots. Reception of a movie can change over time. Your view of a movie can change over time. So obviously take everything with a grain of salt, but I would say for the most part I've kept it pretty much everything's in the general ballpark of where I want it to be. And more so I will be talking about the movies that are at the top of my list more so than movies chucked in the middle where I'm just a little more not much to say on them. But yeah, I wanted to make this video talking about my list. Mostly because I like talking about movies, and I like a lot of the movies I watched this year, and I want to just elaborate and chat about them, and then hopefully with the intention that whoever's watching this might be looking for a good movie recommendation, or just maybe there's a classic that you've been meaning to watch and you haven't gotten around to it yet, and this is your permission. This is your reason now to go watch that movie that you've been meaning to watch. So I'm sitting here with my cup of coffee, my cup of joe. Hopefully this won't take too long, but I also feel like it might fucking be long as shit. So we'll see. I'm just going to relax, chat a little bit. Let me think what else I got on the preamble. It's fucking early. I just took a shit, and my stomach is rumbling. I think there might be more poop coming, so we'll see. Anyway. So yeah, I have this on Letterboxd. I'm like pointing to the screen. I guess I can use my mouse. I'm doing this on Letterboxd, and it's just kind of like the easiest way for me to keep track of movies and all that. So that's how I've been compiling this list over time. I'll keep it in this view, so there's like some reveal as I go down the list, but obviously the first 7 here are spoiled to you. 169 movies, which is pretty good. I think I had more of a goal of trying to hit 200 this year, but what difference does it make? And then, yeah, and I put a little rule on myself this year that I haven't done past years, where I'm trying to keep anything I've rewatched out of the top 20. I don't think a rewatch appears until like number 26 or something like that, 25, 26. So yeah, let me think. I think that is all I really have to say about my preamble here. Yeah, let's talk movies. Let me recommend some good stuff to you. And what better way to kick it off than this number 1, The Raid. Gareth Evans, 2011. Probably my favorite movie I've watched this year. I think it is the best action movie of all time. Quote me, motherfucker. Go watch your fucking John Wick or your fucking Mission Impossible, and then watch The Raid and try to tell me those movies are better than this one. 'Cause they're not. The Raid is on such an insane level that I've never seen any other action movie even touch. And then, oh my gosh, when you compare it to like anything Marvel puts out, Jesus Christ, it's upsetting. It's one of those movies that ruins future movies for you because it's so good and you just wish more action was shot the way this was shot. I mean, the premise is simple. Big mob boss at the top floor, SWAT team coming in bottom floor. They got to get to the top. And they're going to do everything they can to get to the top. And they're met with every form of resistance you can imagine. It is so fun. If you've heard of Dredd or Judge Dredd, which is another movie I watched this year, the remake, not the Stallone Dredd. Fucking A. It's early. It's early, but it's 10:30. That's just the life I live now. That's early to me. That's crazy. Anyway, yeah, The Raid is incredible. I couldn't recommend it more. If you have any interest in action films, then go watch that movie. Even if you don't have an interest in action films, I feel like it will change you. I can't stop ever thinking about it. Every day I think about it. Um, yeah, I feel like the closest thing is maybe Jackie Chan in the sense of well shot action. Um, but even then, like he's a comedian, you know. That's like a lot of his action is focused around comedy or whimsicalness or something like that. And The Raid is played very serious. It is not silly, but that works for it. I think it's such a fun movie. I can't recommend The Raid enough. So yeah, go watch that. If you're gonna watch anything, go watch that. And then at number 2 here, I have Minbo, or The Gentle Art of Japanese Extortion. I put that at number 2. It's one of my favorite, or I should say, Juzo Itami is one of my favorite directors. He's directed Tampopo, and which is one of my all-time favorite movies, and Supermarket Woman and The Funeral. Bunch of good. I mean, almost every movie is great. I haven't seen a movie of his I haven't liked. I'm still slowly going through his filmography. I don't want to completely have it dried up too quick. I like to take my time when completing things like that. So I still have like 4 or 5 movies of his to go. Minbo is one of his best. Um, it's got his usual ensemble, and it's hella fun. Uh, it's got that whimsicalness that a movie like Supermarket Woman has. Not so much Tampopo's whimsical, but if you've watched that movie or any of his work, Tampopo's kind of on. It's just in its own world. It's on another level compared to anything else he's done. But yeah, Minbo is sick. Yeah, and honestly, this part of the awesomeness about that movie is just the story around it. This is one of his later films in his career, and I think he made a couple more after this, but this movie is attributed to perhaps his murder, because this movie is about the Yakuza, and it kind of exposes the Yakuza and paints them in a very like they're stupid kind of way, in a very silly way that he does, um, and I don't think they like that. So actually, the way he died is similar to one of the ways a character in this movie dies, and there's just a lot of theories around whether he was murdered by the Yakuza. So, yeah, I think the story around it alone is kind of fun, but the movie's great. So, watch it. you know, just fucking watch that shit. Number 3 is Things. This is probably one of the more controversial movies to have so high up. I'll show you the ratings, I guess. I'll click on the page and just kind of, you can see the spread there. Mostly half star. It I think it's a movie, yeah, if it's not for you, obviously it's not going to work, but for someone like me, this is a movie that I think breathes inspiration into my life. It's hard not to watch this movie and feel inspired. Feel like you can go pick up a camera and film something too. This is a very, very, very low budget Canadian production. It I think it literally is exactly what I said, like some friends picking up a camera and filming a horror movie, and it's got some of the most mundane dialogue that captivates you in the weirdest way. I don't think I've seen a film kind of capture boys talking about random shit like beer and stuff in the way that this movie does. I don't know. It feels candid in a way. It's kind of, yeah. It's one of those things you either thinking that it's a genius piece of work or it's half a star. So, you know, I get it if that's your take, but for me, this is my third favorite movie of the year. So, clearly I loved it, and yeah, I think it's something that if whenever I put on again, it'll be inspiring as hell. And yeah, like I said, makes you want to go pick up a camera and go make something yourself. Which, if you can find a film that does that for you, that's a top 10 film. That's a top 3 film right there. I got another one coming up that's a little like number 15 or something like that. We'll see. I can't remember. Number 4, Mulholland Drive. So here we go, right? Like I said, I feel like I have movies that are cool and different, and I recommend that maybe you haven't heard. And then there's Mulholland Drive. It's like, who the fuck hasn't heard of that? Honestly, these 3 movies in a row here: Mulholland, Starship Troopers, Fast Times. I mean, I guess I'll just hit all 3 in the sense that, if you've heard of these movies and haven't seen them, watch them. They're all fantastic. Mulholland Drive, obviously, some of David Lynch's more approachable work. And yeah, shocking. Yeah, I hadn't watched that one before. There's more movies coming up that you're gonna be like, how is this fucker not watched this yet? But yeah, Mulholland Drive. Come on. If you like Lynch, you're gonna like that movie. And if you've never seen a David Lynch movie, again, this is one of the most approachable ones. I think it's one of his best. So watch it. Watch it. What are you doing? Watch Mulholland Drive. David Lynch. And Starship Troopers, same deal. Director, I don't remember the director's name, but yeah, director of RoboCop, Total Recall. Ripping into that satire, but from the perspective of the power, and it's funny. It's brutal, and aliens versus humans, and many takes to be had about the film, or many readings, I should say, that you can take away from it, which is a mark of good filmmaking, and I think it's a blast. I highly recommend Starship Troopers if you like sci-fi action at all, with heavy satire splurged all over it. Fast Times at Ridgemont High, I put that at 6. I'm like, maybe that should end up being lower, but I don't know. I did have a great time with that movie. It is one of my I'm not the biggest coming of age or high school era film guy, where movies that take place, rather, I should say, like in a high school, or you know what I'm trying to say. I forget, what is this, like it's finals week or something for this movie that everyone's about to graduate. Yeah, 80s galore. You get it all, and you get Sean Penn in one of his best roles. Yeah, this movie rules. Fast Times at Ridgemont High is, if you need something low key to put on, easy, feel good, this movie is gonna check all those boxes and more. It's got layers. It's good. I really liked Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Fuck me, all right. And number 7 here, Babette's Feast. Here we go. Maybe something you haven't heard of, but an Academy Award winner, if I'm not mistaken, maybe for Best Foreign Film or something. Yeah, you'll see more foodie movies coming up. I watched one last night that made it pretty high on the list. But Babette's Feast is kind of one of the best examples of such a movie, where, yeah, I mean, it's really all about this meal that this woman is cooking for this group of people. And I mean, if you're into food movies like that, it is, again, just feel good, vibing, makes you hungry. Shit's awesome. Yeah. Fuck, man. I don't know, man. Food is good. That movie's awesome. Hey, this movie's great and that movie's great. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, number 8, The Godfather. What the fuck you want me to say, okay? It's the fucking Godfather. It's a good movie. Yeah, and I didn't watch part 2. So whatever. All right. Pride and Prejudice, number 9. Maybe that's recency bias, but goddamn it, that movie don't fuck me up. Not really. I mean, I wasn't crying or anything, but it's maybe the most romantic movie I've ever seen. I don't know. That movie is beautiful. Um, yeah, romance movies can certainly be hit or miss, and um, I guess more so like the dreary romance. That shit's lame. But this is not dreary. This is just fun. It's got comedy, but it's not a rom com. It's played seriously, and it's that Renaissance aesthetic. It's good stuff. Keira Knightley, come on. Tom from Succession, come on. You want to see that boy being sexy as fuck? Watch this movie, Pride and Prejudice. Come on. I'm sure if you have any interest in it, you've already seen it. So, all right, we enter my first 2025 released film. Hopefully, it's popping up on the screen. It should be. I don't know if I cropped everything correctly. Too late now. I'm too far gone. Too far into this video already to give a fuck. One Battle After Another is my number 10. The first 2025 release. So yeah, I would say it's. Then in that case, I would say it's the best 2025 movie I've seen. What can I say if you haven't already seen this? If you're a PTA fan, Paul Thomas Anderson fan, you will have seen this movie already. If you're not a fan of his work, this movie's not going to convince you to like his work all of a sudden, because it's not his best. I feel like that was kind of a take when it first came out. It's like, is this his best work yet? No, it's not. I wouldn't even put it top 3, but it's still fantastic. But I mean, he's one of the best filmmakers out there right now. So, obviously he's going to be firing, and I consider it a 5-star film. I mean, I think it's incredible. But yeah, I mean, there's others that I would put ahead of it for sure. But hey, I mean, yeah, if you're trying to watch the best movie of the year, this is probably it. I haven't seen some of these Oscar contenders yet, like Hamnet or like Sentimental Value or whatever. I still got to check off some of these on the list, but I feel like nothing's really matching this, at least so far that I've seen. Yeah, what can I say that hasn't been said that you wouldn't? If you're interested in this movie, you would have already seen it. I'm not going to convince you to watch it if you don't want to watch it. So don't watch it, or do watch it. Or you watched it. Let's chat about it. Comment. Let's talk about my rankings, and you can talk shit to me about it. Number 11. Now, this is a movie I guarantee none of you have seen. Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie. Hey, here we go. If you want to listen to me talk even more about it, I got a podcast, Dork Brothers Pod. Go listen to that, where I talk about this movie a little more. But this is kind of one of those things, again, if you know anything about Matt Johnson, you're already tuned into this movie. If you've never heard of that guy, you've never heard that name, Matt Johnson, then yeah, maybe this is a way for you to dive in. I mean, the movie's not out yet. I saw it at an early screening. I think it comes out in a couple months, but the Nirvana, the band, the show, just the show, not the movie. I think all of season 2 is on YouTube. It's quick watch. Go watch that shit. You'll be cracking up. It's genius. This guy's a genius. Okay. So Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie. Come on. What? Come on. What else is there to say? All right, number 12, Mad Max 2. Yeah, this shit is right up in line with Fury Road, and in terms of production and the vision that he has for this world. George Miller, and you get Mel Gibson rocking it. Come on, this movie's awesome. Also, in one of the best action movies, but kind of in a completely different way than The Raid. This is because of the world and the spectacle of some of these stunts and such. because they're fucking filming these cars crashing, which is insane. Even more kind of like that, the moments like that surprise you even more so than Fury Road did. Even though Fury Road, obviously, bunch of that is, most of it is practical. Um, I don't know. There's something about this movie being from '81. The fucking shit they're doing. You're like, man, people are dying right now. There's no way people aren't dying in these cars that they're sending off cliffs and all that shit. It's crazy. Mad Max 2, if you have any interest in movies like that, come on. You would have already seen it. You would have already seen it. I guarantee it. All right, probably my favorite film, my favorite horror film of the year, Bring Her Back. The same directors as Talk to Me. What can I say? Sally Hawkins, some really good kid actors, Aussie filmmaking. Look at that, 2 Aussie films back to back. Love that. Love my Australian cinema. Bring Her Back is original. It is striking. It has some really, just like Talk to Me, if you've seen that one, just freaky scenes. Freaky scenes. Yeah, Bring Her Back is awesome. Yeah, again, one of my favorite horror movies of the year. Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, Weapons was good, but not on that level of Bring Her Back to me. And then I got another horror movie coming up pretty shortly here that is also up there, but yeah, I don't know. I love to see original films being made and getting released in theaters, and this is original and a cool idea. Bring Her Back is sick and fucking freaky. If you want to see some freaky shit, I got Some Like It Hot at 14. What is this, Howard Hawks? Who directed this shit? Billy Wilder? I don't know what the fuck am I talking about? I don't know what anything is. Okay. Yeah, Some Like It Hot. I enjoy my 50s cinema. I like getting these films in there. When me and my girlfriend be watching movies, I like sneaking some of these in, and this is one of the better comedies I've seen from the 50s era of filmmaking. You get Marilyn Monroe, which is fun. I've seen her in a couple other things, but this is probably her best work. And yeah, you get boys being girls in 59. There's something so forward thinking about this movie, and again, this is one that's, if you're interested at all in this movie, people have talked hours and hours about that shit, about how ahead of its time it is. So if you're at all interested in the film during this era, like who's pushing the boundaries and the advances we make in better representation through film, then this is a good one to watch. It's way ahead of its time. Way ahead of its time. I got Solaris at 15, huh? Andrei Tarkovsky's Solaris at 15. See, this is one that it's like, I did watch it pretty recently. Maybe it would end up going a little lower. Who cares, right? This is my list. But hey, I mean, it is some great sci-fi. Russian 72. Come on. It feels so. It feels so grounded for such a like out there sci-fi movie, heady sci-fi movie. I mean, if you know anything of Tarkovsky, it is hard to watch his shit. This is definitely the most approachable one that I've watched. So if you have any interest in his films, this is probably a good one to start with. But, it's not for everybody. And at times I'm questioning if it's even for me. But, I like his stuff. And yeah, I think Solaris just has it has a good story to chew on, and Yeah, some of his other movies are a lot harder to get through. So I think I have one coming up that'll be I liked maybe more. So yeah, maybe I would switch up this ranking a little bit with Solaris, and perhaps the next one I'll be talking about, which it'll be Stalker, right? That's the name of it. Um, okay, Reflections of Evil is what I was mentioning when I was talking about things. Another movie in this list that I had this one at number one for a while, and it dropped because I've kind of this is what I'm talking about. You might love a movie when it comes out, but if you're not 6 months later or whatever, maybe it's been like 9 months since I've watched this one, and you can't really remember it. Is it really one of the best movies you've seen? Like The Raid, I watched that 8 months ago or whatever, and I still have scenes. Just I can block the scenes out in my head. If you asked me to remake it, I'd be able to remake scenes right now. Like Reflections of Evil, I don't really remember that well. Which to me, I don't know if that's a great way to really indicate whether you think a movie's good or not, but to me that does hold weight to whether I think this is one of the best movies I've ever seen to this is a fantastic movie. I don't fucking remember shit. Now I'm not saying I don't remember anything about it, but it is a overwhelming film in the opposite realm of the things of things where things is just so mundane again, like I said, and it like kind of it drags essentially. Reflections of Evil is an assault on your senses, similar to Ryan Trecarton, if you've heard of that director at all. Center Jenny, and a movie that perhaps I'll talk about. I don't know where it shows up on here, but IB Area. Movies you can watch on YouTube. Reflections of Evil is a Damien Packard film, and it is an overwhelming. It's overwhelming, but it's low budget. Again, it feels like people had a vision and just made this movie happen. It's inspiring. It makes you want to go again, pick up a camera and make a goddamn movie. Sip my Joe. And talk about number 17 here, Debs. Hell yeah. Debs is hot. Debs is hot. Debs is good. If you want to see girls taking down bad guys, secret agents, action movies. I feel like I'm just like, hey, action movies are good. You should watch them. I'm not even that, like, I'm not that kind of fucking dude, okay? I enjoy my action, but fucking A. Anyway, Debs is awesome. It is silly and cute and feel good and lesbian. So if you like queer cinema, then this is one that you have to add to your queer cinema watching list because, come on, that is, there's a lot more to come on the list here, but that is just, I think, the funnest. Clearly, I have a bias towards movies that are just fun to watch and make you feel good. So, those are often my favorite movies, and Debs is no exception. I thought it was such a blast, and it's so silly. And what better way to follow it than with Shaolin Soccer? Come on, like this again. This is so fun, and the action is ridiculous. I don't know. I think this is the same director as like Kung Fu Hustle or whatever, which I'm gonna be watching soon. Stephen Chow. Yeah, okay. Yeah, a martial arts soccer movie. Is there more for me to say? No, there's not. Red Beard at 19. Yeah, Kurosawa getting into his bag. This is 60s Kurosawa. He's got I don't know. What is there for me to fucking say about this movie? It's good. It's a good movie. But fucking I don't know. I don't fucking know. 28 years later, this movie's sick. This is what I was trying to say with like Bring Her Back, where it's like, okay, like 28 years later, as you can see, I gave them both 4.5 stars. Whatever about the ratings, right? Don't worry too much about that. But this is a sequel, so I'm gonna dock it a little for that. But nah, this movie was so much fun, such a surprise in 2025. I mean, not that we didn't know it was coming, but just how good it was, and like how deep it was. The whole Ray Fiennes shit, and I mean half the movie. It's like if you've seen it, it's emotional. It's about a boy and his mother. It's intense. It's an intense movie, and it's scary, and it's got some awesome zombies and really cool special effects and all that good stuff. So hey, if you're interested at all in zombie movies, watch it. And maybe spoiler here, but for people who have seen it, I fucking love that it's the reveal that it's just been quarantined on the island the whole time. That this happens in the middle of the movie. I guess it's not the biggest spoiler if you haven't skipped ahead, but hey, anyway, I love the way that a lot of this information is revealed in this movie. And yeah, I think it's an original sequel, if you will. Okay. Gonjiam Haunted Asylum. This movie's sick. If you are into found footage at all, yeah, this is one of my favorite found footage movies I've seen. I think it checks off a lot of what I want to see in found footage, and just kind of, it's a feel good found footage. Not that it isn't scary, which I do think it is at times, which can be hard to achieve for found footage and horror, just period. It's hard to like be scared, I guess. But Gonjiam is sick. Yeah, this is one that, yeah, if you are a found footage fan and you haven't had this one come across you, definitely check it out, because it's one of the better found footage movies I've seen, for sure. See, yeah, I got Stalker here at 22. Maybe at this point in the list, I'll start to kind of speed it up a little. Yeah, Stalker at 22 and Solaris at 15. I mean, yeah, it's weird. It's one of those things. It's like, these are the best movies. These are some incredible films. I've never seen movies like them. Stalker, especially, is just like it's intense. Yeah. These movies are long and slow, but there's a lot to chew on and a lot to think about as you're watching them. And I think that's kind of the point, right? Kind of gets you in your head, and trying to read how characters are reacting to things, or what they could be thinking. And both of these movies really get you feeling heady as fuck. Begonia was a sick 2025 release. Love My Yorgos, and I thought that was pretty on par with a lot of his great works. Big Night I watched last night, so yeah, maybe that's like pretty high for the recency bias thing. But again, I just like my cozy, feel good food movies. Those are so fun, and obviously, yeah, like I said at the beginning of the list, Tampopo is one of my all-time favorite movies. And yeah, Big Night is awesome. Bound, talking about queer cinema, come on. Bound is one you gotta watch if you're at all interested in queer cinema. And the Wachowski sisters, or siblings, I forget. Yeah, anyway, yeah, Bound is awesome. North by Northwest, gave that a watch. That's some Hitchcock I had not seen, as there's lots of Hitchcock out there, so there's a lot more to see on my end. But yeah, this is my first Cary Grant Hitchcock. I know he's in a couple more, but this is the big one, yeah, and it's awesome. If you like the spy thriller thing at all, um, less so the, Hitchcock has his realms, and some of them, uh, you might vibe with more than others, like his horror realms or like even deeper into the thriller realms. But this is more the spy thriller thing, and that's a lot of fun. Little more levity to it, a little more just kind of like easy to watch kind of thing. Okay, here we go. First rewatch, 2001. Come on. Yeah, it's these again. Like, what can I say that hasn't been said, or if you don't like 2001, what am I gonna do? Tell you to like it? I saw it in 70 millimeter. That's why it's so fucking high, because that shit blew my mind. It had also been a while since I'd seen that one, since like high school. So I feel like the first time I watched it, I had no idea what was going on, and it started to really hit me this last time I saw it. Mysterious Skin, Greg Araki, fucking brutal movie. Brutal. But really, really good. Joseph Gordon-Levitt's best work. Army of Darkness. Okay, yeah. See, this is where I start to throw my rewatches in here. Army of Darkness, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. I love my Sam Raimi. And I love the Planet of the Apes movies. Dawn is my favorite one. Children of Men, Alfonso Cuarón totally passed me, this movie, I should say, in his filmography. I've been meaning to watch it for a long time, so very glad to have finally watched it. And it was absolutely incredible. Go Fish. I feel like maybe I'd put that one a little lower now, because, again, that's one that's just kind of like it's exiting my mind. But I did really like it when I watched it. Yeah, Tampopo. I mean, technically that's number 2, but, whatever. There'll Be Blood. Come on. Dare I say his best work? Dare I say it? Look Back. If you were at all tuned into last year's Oscars, then you will have heard of this movie. Quick watch. So if you want to cry to some really good anime, it's 58 minutes. So it's a sick movie. Occult. If you are at all familiar with Noroi the Curse, and if you're not familiar with it, watch Noroi the Curse, because I think it's better than Occult, but I loved Occult anyway. Yeah, awesome found footage stuff right there. Here we go. Yeah. Noroi. Yeah, this movie's fucking insane. Definitely not for everybody. 'Cause I feel like, that's just the deal with found footage. Yeah, it's not for everyone. Dead Mail is kind of, I talked about this on the podcast too, but real sneaky release. Not many people saw it, but it is a super, super good horror, I guess, more so thriller. Yeah, loved Dead Mail. Had a great time with Dead Mail. Living in Oblivion, Buscemi, making a movie. A24 wishes that they were doing this. Okay? A24 wishes. Spider-Man 2, yeah. Come on. This is my number 1 movie of all time. So, technically that's number 1, but, don't worry too much about the rankings at this point. It's just kind of like general vibe. Evil Dead 2, yeah. I'm a Sam Raimi fucking, I love that fucker. It's interesting though. The more I watch his movies, I think he's like one of my absolute favorite directors, but specifically because of his 2 trilogies. I like the rest of his work, but if I didn't watch his 2 trilogies and watch the rest of his work, it's like this is unremarkable, But it's Spider-Man 2, it's Evil Dead 2. These movies make everything. It lifts his entire filmography to such an intense degree. Ginger Snaps was like such a sneaky, great movie. Oh my gosh, I love Ginger Snaps. See, that should be higher. And I liked the new Superman movie. Fuck me, okay? War of the Planet of the Apes, House of Flying Daggers. Awesome action, awesome martial arts action, but once you put someone on a wire and they start flying around, it's pretty fucking cool. Gets pretty fucking cool. You can do some pretty fucking cool shit. Also, yeah, the scene like near the beginning where the woman is like shooting her little like sleeves at drums and she's drumming with her sleeves. Just watch it and you'll understand what I'm trying to say. Woman in Witness Protection, another Juzo Itami movie, another great one. Come on, yeah, Punch Drunk Love. Okay, so you're kind of seeing here. Like, I have one battle after another pretty high, but let's be real. Punch Drunk Love better. There Will Be Blood better. Phantom Thread better. Maybe that's his best work to me. I don't know. They Shoot Horses, Don't They? That's a really fun. This movie is. If you, I think I write it in my little review, my fucking letterbox review. I need to eat some fucking breakfast, man. Yeah, They Shoot Horses, Don't They? Talk about good exposition. That's what I'll say about that movie. But this is a really really sick movie. Highly recommend. Perfect Days, Wim Wenders. I loved that movie. Mr. Lonely, also fantastic. Harmony Korine, fucking shit. Multiple Maniacs, loved it. Come on, John Waters. I loved Blade, IB Area. This is what I was talking about. Ryan Trecarton. If you just want to be assaulted, if you just want to feel like you were just assaulted, then watch this movie, and it's on YouTube, so you can watch it for free. Yeah, I love Texas Chainsaw. Noroi, I watched again this year. Carrie. This was the first year I watched Carrie. Carrie's incredible. Carrie should be higher. That movie was awesome. Yeah, I loved Carrie. Evil Dead, Singing in the Rain, American Movie, Blade Runner 2049, and then Blade Runner 1. I'm a fan of these movies. Come on. Pecker. Yeah, Dark Knight. Yeah, I saw Dark Knight this year in 35 millimeter. Now you might think, what's the big deal? But it's Christopher Nolan in 35 millimeter. Think about that for a sec. This IMAX fucker showing a movie in 35 millimeter. Interesting, I should say. Boogie Nights. The Brutalist. I watched The Brutalist this year, huh? I guess I watched it in January. Yeah, that one really, like, over time is like, I'm like, I should take off, like, 2 stars on there. Like, I don't know. It was good. I think Adrian Brody's just pissing me off, but, yeah. Bum? Bum is on YouTube. You can watch Bum on YouTube. If you want to watch like a cool, low budget found footage horror. What else I got here? Fucking, what the fuck you want? What the fuck you want me to say about Winter Soldier? Okay, Cure like didn't hit how I was hoping it would. I don't know. I had Cure really hyped up to me. Then I watched it. I was like, yeah, it's good. Sinners was good. Yeah. My first time watching Legally Blonde. That movie's amazing. Heroic Trio, Coven. Yes, I pronounced that correctly. Coven. And Home Movie. Home Movie is cool. Home Movie is directed by the same guy who did American Movie. So if you know anything about American Movie, you might like Home Movie as well. Heathers, my first year watching Heathers. That was a sick movie. I actually really liked that. Mads is some freaky horror. Some like, I think that was, what is that? Like yeah, I'm pretty sure that one was a one shot. That's a fun movie. Mads. Saw Friendship this year. Oh, Wrath of Khan should be higher. Come on, I loved Wrath of Khan. I'm a Trekkie. First time I watched Speed Racer. Isn't that also Wachowski's? Yeah, it is. That one also has kind of like, this one was hyped up to me. I do really like it. But it's one of those movies, it's like, there's a reason this didn't do as good as everyone was hoping it would do. And I don't know. It's really good though. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I just watched Josie and the Pussycats. That movie's awesome. um, yeah, you're seeing me like this shit is just some like Criterion short film I watched. I didn't even like. I don't know. I remember it being really good though. Actually, I remember it pretty well. It's quick. It's just it's a short film. Um, Chainsaw 2 deserves more love. Brothers of Cherbourg. I've seen that movie a few times, so I'm a Jacques Demy fan. Paris, Texas. As you can see, there's a big divide between Perfect Days and Paris, Texas. This is the first time I watched Paris, Texas as well. When I think those are the only two Wim Wenders movies I will have seen then. I gotta watch Wings of Desire, man. Gotta watch Wings of Desire. Yeah, I mean that movie's awesome, but I do think it's not one of those that everyone says to watch it. You don't have to. You don't have to. Um, I had fun with Mickey 17, Terrifier 3. Come on, best Christmas movie. Fucking I don't like Christmas movies, so just chuck Terrifier 3 on and I'll be happy. VHS Halloween is a sneaky good movie. Halloween movie and a good VHS movie. What do we got? Drowning by Numbers, Kneecap. Yep. These are movies. Mystery Men. Mystery Men. Toxic Avenger with Peter Dinklage. Yep. Yeah, we're getting into just some like kind of random shit here. A lot of stuff I watched for October because I try to do my 31 for 31 for October. So, Censor, The Monkey, Final Destination, which was good. Monkey and Final Destinations, really good double feature. If you're going to watch either of those, just watch both in a row. They feel like they're in the same universe in a weird way. Yep. Jennifer's Body, Weapons, Funny Games. Yep. Dread. Yeah, Dread I should like knock a bit because it's just like it's once you watch The Raid, it's like why would I ever watch Dread again? Jean, any of you filmies will know about this movie. Yeah, it was fine. Oh, Twilight. Twilight's awesome. Thunderbolts was fine. I think that's a movie that I need to knock down as well. Because sorry about that. I have lots of thoughts about Marvel. Even though I have stayed true to Marvel. I'm a huge Marvel fan. Reading or watching. And but I guess more so reading at this point. Because, yeah, the movies always be pissing me off. And, yeah, Thunderbolts is like, again, this is the Marvel movie that came out that everyone's like, oh, this is the good one this year. Because Fantastic Four is fucking stupid. And you're like, okay, yeah, Thunderbolts, this is the good one. And then you watch it like, I'm sorry, did I miss what everyone else saw? Did I watch a different movie? Explain to me how this is the good one. As you can see, like when I watched it, I'm like, oh yeah, well yeah, 3.5, pretty good. No, it's not. It's not good. It's just bad. Just like all the fucking movies they put out. Fuck you, Disney. Grizzly Man. Alita Battle Angel. Yep. Eddington. I love my Ari Aster. I was harsh on this one. See, that's what I mean. Like, how am I out here saying Thunderbolts is better than Eddington? I don't know. Don't worry too much about that. High School. This is if you like documentaries and you're into Fly on the Wall, Frederick Wiseman is a documentary filmmaker who does all these kinds of fly on the wall documentaries. That's been his whole shtick as a filmmaker. So if you ever watch any of his movies, they're pretty cool. He really tries to get the most earnest or just like the realist kind of portrayal of whatever subject he might be talking about. Oh, I have moje polski film, Io. So sad. Such a sweet little donkey. My Mother's Pearls. You see here, I gave it a 5 star. This is just like a fucking short film that Matt Johnson put out on YouTube. Is it? Can you even call it a short film? It's like a YouTube video. I don't know. Sometimes you just log shit that doesn't count, but you can find that on YouTube if you want to watch it. You can also find Milk and Cereal on YouTube if you want to watch that. That is a what is it? A Curry Barker. I saw his movies, or no, I saw like he would pop up on YouTube for me for like comedy skits, and then my girlfriend was like, "Hey, like let's watch this movie," and I knew I recognized him. And yeah, he's out here making horror. He's got a horror movie coming out this year, Obsession, or next year rather. I think in January. That'll be sick. I'm excited for that. I really liked Milk and Cereal. Good found footage. Challengers. This movie's nothing without Trent Reznor. Let me just make sure that's who the composer was before I start saying shit like that. Okay, yes. All right, thank you. Dogville. Fuck. Movie's brutal. It's my first time watching Gremlins this year. Yeah. Movie's great. So is Son-in-Law. Pauly Shore. Come on. Hey. My little Pauly Shore. You're gonna watch Son-in-Law. Thanks for inviting me for Thanksgiving. Ocean's 11, yep. Paranormal Activity 4. I love my Paranormal Activity movies. Chungking Express kind of, it slipped away from me a little bit. Had that movie hyped up pretty hard, so. Yeah, we're at the point. What is there to really say about some of this stuff? Alucard is cool. Walk Hard's hilarious. Vulcanizadora is a newer film that is fun. Sure, it's fun. Gaptooth Woman is awesome. I didn't really give that love, but it's a little documentary. Let's see. Thanksgiving, Mighty Wind, and at 13,000 Feet. I literally only watched that because Matt Johnson is an actor in it. It was fine. Okay, About a Boy is sneaky really good. Hugh Grant is charming as hell. He's good at being charming. Some more Polish cinema here. Ashes and Diamonds. Color Pomegranates was fucking crazy. Crazy experimental film. See, Drag Me to Hell, I got it pretty. I mean, we're getting into like the lower part of the list here, and not to say that like once you're at the the movies I dislike are. It's like reserved for like maybe the last 10 movies, and everything else I like is just like, you know, it's not as high as some other movies. Drag Me to Hell. I mean, you know, I don't know. If you've seen it, it's like you get it. You get where I'm coming from, but yeah, you don't have to watch it if you've not seen it. Nicole Kidman and the others. She's great. Sugar and Spice is better than 3 stars. I don't know what I'm smoking. I'm a huge Masaki Yuasa fan, so I wanted to watch that, and yeah, it's a good one. It's like his newest movie, I think. I don't know if he's got something newer. I don't know. Letterboxd isn't the best at. Oh, I guess you can sort it by. Oh, here you go. Upcoming Daisy's Life. I don't know what he's working on, but I think Inu O is the most recent like full feature that he put out, and it was good. My first time watching The Omen, classic 70s. Visitors is cool. Visitors is a cool movie. Yeah, Nosferatu. Yeah, it's fine. Not my fave. Eggers, that's for sure. What else I got here that I want to talk about? Oh, Darkman. Polish, not a Polish film, but Polish setting, a real pain. Did what's his face win the supporting Kieran Culkin? I'm pretty sure won supporting for that. So yeah, I don't know, or he was nominated at least. Let's see what else we got here. Ants you might be able to find on YouTube if you're Ants and Worm Burner. You can both find on YouTube. I don't know why I'm making a point to tell you what movies you can find on YouTube, but it's just nice because it's like if you can find a free movie on YouTube, then that's a good thing, yeah. I would probably recommend Worm Burner over Ants, so I don't know. Yeah, fantastic. See, I have such a I can't for some reason I can't let myself rate these fucking Marvel movies lower, but Fantastic Four is not good. Okay, I'd rather watch Muppets from Space or Daredevil. Yeah, you heard that right. I'd rather watch Daredevil. And fuck me, I like Dune, okay? I like the Dune David Lynch film. Love the new ones, of course, but I like the David Lynch movie. All right. Yeah, we're starting to get into okay, I'm starting not to enjoy these. Blue Ruin is kind of the beginning of me being pretty much over some of these movies once I'm halfway through or whatever. Blue Ruin is boring, man. I've been looking forward to watching this movie for so long because I loved Green Room by this guy, and it is just it's fine. Crash is fine. 96 Crash. We're talking Cronenberg Crash because we have two different Crashes out there, and I didn't watch the shittier one. At least I know the Cronenberg one is at least probably a little better than the one that did good at the Oscars. 28 weeks later, come on. I should be fucking lower. Come on. Yeah, 92 in the Shade. What the fuck am I watching? Presence was lame. Keep Cool. Oh, I wanted this to be good. I really wanted this to be good. But this is Zhang Yimou, director of a movie that I was glazing before, House of Flying Daggers, Hero, Shadow. I don't know. He's got some really, really cool movies, and then so I wanted to try one that wasn't one of his action movies, and maybe I should stick with his action. After watching that, the Howard the Duck movie, I wish it was good. The Wiz was shit. I'm sorry. Wiz is bad. These movies are all bad. Fugitive Alien, I mean, you can't, can't really even count that. That's kind of I rented it on VHS, so I watched it, but it's basically a bunch of episodes of a show compiled together. I don't know. Ad Astra's boring. Fuck that movie. Now I'm getting mean. I'm at my mean part of the list. I have no thoughts on Cujo. Cujo's boring. Maid has fucking P. Diddy, so fuck that shit. Marshmallow was disappointing, man. I really wanted to like this, but no, I won't watch that again. Oh my god, if you want to watch the worst Texas Chainsaw movie, this is it. Fucking high. And then yeah, okay, so we're at what I would consider my least favorite movie. Maybe that Texas Chainsaw movie is worse than this, but I don't know, man. I just don't really like Christmas movies, and so this one really fucking pissed me off. I thought this was so bad. And yeah, this is barely a movie, telepathic communications with animals. It's just a VHS I rented. It's a documentary. Anyway, so I don't know how long it just took. I feel like it just took fucking forever. At least an hour, right? Talking about this list, we made it. Hopefully it was somewhat interesting to see what I watched, and yeah, maybe you have a movie that you want to watch now because of me talking about this list. So yeah, let's not worry too much about the bottom of the list, but yeah, go watch all these movies if you haven't. and keep watching film. Perhaps I'll see you next year where I talk about the next year of movies. Okay. Love you.